The United States is known for its grand history, its legendary founding fathers, and the rise of the American dream. But behind the well-known stories and the headlines lies a world of untold secrets, hidden truths, and forgotten figures. Today, we're diving deep into the lesser-known, mysterious, and astonishing chapters of the USA's history. Get ready to explore the untold secrets of America. The forgotten founding father. While we all know Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and Benjamin Franklin as the faces of America's revolution, there's one key figure whose contributions have been largely overshadowed: Robert Morris. Known as the financier of the Revolution, Morris played an essential role in securing the funds necessary to win the Revolutionary War. Without him, the colonies might never have succeeded. Despite his central role, Robert Morris's legacy was nearly lost to history. He personally risked his wealth, signing off on loans, and even borrowing money from his own pocket to ensure the survival of the Continental Army. But after the war, his life took a dramatic turn. He ended up bankrupt and imprisoned for debt. The history books largely forgot about him, yet Morris's sacrifices were pivotal to America's independence. The secret of America's lost colony. Long before Jamestown and Plymouth, there was another colony founded by the English in 1587 on Roanoke Island, known as the Lost Colony. The entire colony mysteriously disappeared without a trace. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan, carved into a tree. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have speculated what happened to the colonists. Some believe they were assimilated into local Native American tribes, particularly the Croatoan tribe, while others suggest they could have been lost to disease, starvation, or even Spanish attacks. Despite numerous theories and excavations, the fate of the lost colony remains one of America's greatest mysteries. The dark truth of America's gold rush. When most people think of the California gold rush, they imagine a booming economy, gold-filled rivers, and a land of opportunity. But few understand the darker side of this American icon. The gold rush wasn't just a time of prosperity for settlers. It brought devastation to Native American communities. From 1848 to 1855, over 300,000 settlers flooded California in search of riches, and in their wake, they brought violence and disease to indigenous tribes. Thousands of Native Americans were killed, displaced, or died from diseases brought by the settlers. The state government, eager to open up the land for mining, passed policies that nearly wiped out entire native populations. The gold rush may have made fortunes, but it also caused immense suffering for those who lived on the land long before the settlers arrived. The secret history of the Black Wall Street Massacre. Among the untold tragedies in America's history is the story of the Tulsa Race Massacre in 1921. In a thriving district known as Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, an affluent Black community flourished. Black businesses, schools, and homes created a vibrant economic hub that was a beacon of success and self-sufficiency. But in May of 1921, a false accusation of assault against a Black man led to a violent white mob attacking the district. The rioters looted, burned down entire blocks, and killed an estimated 300 African Americans. What followed was an attempt to bury the massacre from the public consciousness. Records were destroyed, and the survivors were silenced. It wasn't until decades later that the truth began to emerge, and the painful story of Black Wall Street finally came to light. The hidden influence of Native American nations. The contributions of Native American nations to the formation of the United States are often overlooked. While we know about the Native American displacement and their battles, what we rarely hear about is their significant influence on the U.S. Constitution. The Iroquois Confederacy, made up of the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca tribes, formed a sophisticated political system that inspired the framers of the Constitution. Their system of federal governance, checks and balances, and democratic decision-making served as a model for the U.S. government. Benjamin Franklin himself admired the Iroquois system, which played a pivotal role in shaping American democracy, yet it remains a largely untold chapter of history. The forgotten woman in the fight for women's rights. When we think of the women's suffrage movement, names like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton often come to mind. But one influential leader in this fight remains largely forgotten: Ida B. Wells. Wells was an outspoken journalist and activist who fought against racial injustice and campaigned for women's right to vote. In the 1890s, she exposed the horrors of lynching in America through her investigative reporting, and she later became a fierce advocate for African American women's suffrage. Despite being a powerful voice in the movement, her contributions have been overshadowed by her white counterparts. The secret history of the CIA's MKUltra program. In the 1950s and 60s, the U.S. government embarked on a covert operation known as MKUltra. Officially, it was a mind control experiment conducted by the CIA aiming to explore the effects of drugs, hypnosis, and other psychological tactics on human behavior. For decades, MKUltra was kept under wraps, with the public unaware that the CIA was conducting illegal and unethical experiments on unwitting American citizens. Thousands of people, including soldiers, prisoners, and even civilians, were subjected to dangerous drugs like LSD and other psychological experiments without their consent. The program was officially shut down in the 1970s, but the full extent of the horrors it caused remains largely unknown to this day. The hidden role of immigrants in building America. Immigrants have always been a cornerstone of America's success. The contributions of Irish, Chinese, Italian, and other immigrant groups have shaped the nation in ways we often forget. From building the Transcontinental Railroad to working in factories that fueled the Industrial Revolution, immigrants were the backbone of early America. Despite facing discrimination and hardship, these immigrants helped transform the U.S. into the global powerhouse it is today. Their untold stories are vital to understanding the true spirit of America. From lost colonies to hidden legacies, from untold tragedies to forgotten heroes, the secret history of the United States is vast and complex. As we uncover these hidden chapters, we gain a deeper understanding of what has truly shaped this nation. The USA's story is still being written, and there's always more to discover. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the untold secrets of the USA. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden truths.